Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Jennifer Sheehan Show. I have some wonderful guests with me here today that I'm going to introduce. So I actually have the Best in Collin County magazine, Sheehan Advertising and Marketing. You can see all of the shows if you missed them, any of the shows in the past or the present, on my website, sheehanadvertisingandmarketing.com. And I'd also like to reintroduce my new co-host, Carmine Ledestri. Hi, Carmine.
Hey, what's going on, Jennifer? I got no mic. Is that one working? Yeah,
Oh,
that
yes.
one's working. Okay, great. We'll figure that out.
So happy to have you with me.
Episode 3.
Give me 5.
Episode 3. Oh, should we get it out of the way right now?
Do what?
Do what? Yeah. Jennifer turned 25
no.
yesterday. I don't know how your voices are, ladies. What do you say? We sing?
Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer.
Happy birthday to
Yay!
you.
Thank you, guys. It's so sweet of
Who
you.
brought the cake? I told you to bring the cake.
No one brought the cake.
We're not doing cake right
I had
now.
enough cake yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm good. But thank you. Okay, so I'd like to introduce each one of my guests. And next to me is Dr. Laura Mitchell. She owns Mini Molars.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. And then the sisters. Okay, you guys, this is trouble. I'm just saying.
Trouble? Me? Why do they always say that? I don't know.
Sarah
I don't
and
believe it.
Nadia. And they own the Blush Bar.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And then
excited.
we have Karen Eves. Hi, Karen.
Hello there.
And Karen has Decorating Den. She's also in the Best in Collin County magazine. So happy to have you here, Karen.
Thank you very
Thanks for
much.
coming. So we're just going to get right into it. So I think this particular radio show is all about women-owned businesses. And as we all know, it's hard to be a woman-owned business, especially when you have children. So 3 of our guests have children. Well, 4 counting me. Well, then I guess Carmine too, but you're not a woman-owned business.
Not yet.
But you are a full-time dad.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, dear. Let's not go there. So first I want to talk to the sisters. So you guys are my entertainment. You are so much fun. Oh, my gosh, you guys. When I met these 2 crazy sisters. Okay, so what did you guys tell me when you first found me on Facebook? Or when I first walked in?
First of all, I stalked you on Facebook.
Right. When they told me that, I was a little worried.
This hot thing with all of these friends and followers, and what is she doing?
I mean, being popular is not easy, and you are
guys
like
are
the
sweet.
mayor. I call you the mayor.
Yeah, we call you the mayor
of Collin
mayor
County.
No, you guys
Straight
are
up.
very kind.
So,
Thank you.
so she stalked you first, and then I took over, and then I stalked some more, and then we went to work the next day, and we're both like, "Oh my gosh,
We have to bring her in for
let's
a
bring her
blowjob.
in." And then that was it. The rest is history.
It was like
Now you're
love
stuck
at
with
first
us.
sight.
I love being stuck with you guys. You're fun.
Aw, so
It's over.
sweet.
So tell us about why you started your business and where it's at.
Well, I mean, where do we start? Well, why did we start Blush Bar? Let's see. Well, blow dries is something that we love. We are, first of all, a makeup bar and a blow dry bar. And we've always loved getting our hair blown out and getting glammed and everything.
Well,
and
who
it actually,
doesn't?
yeah, right. It actually started in the Middle East. Like we
So-
would go back all the time when we were young.
So we're half Lebanese. My dad's from Lebanon, and my mom is from Trinidad and Tobago. So she's from the Caribbean, and we have lots of hair. And
Unwanted hair, wanted hair.
yes, unwanted, wanted. And whenever we would travel to the Middle East, we were spoiled. Now, actually, it's kind of like first world problems because
Yes.
in the Middle East there was like no electricity half the time. And so we would have no choice. So we couldn't, like, if we took a shower, we couldn't blow dry our hair if we wanted to. So we would have to go
Right.
to the local salon that had a motor
Wow.
that we could basically use all of their.
The thing is
styling
that
tools.
it was affordable. So it wasn't just for people, in higher socioeconomic status. Like you can get your hair blow dried for, $10, or get your makeup done for pretty, pretty cheap. And so we would do it quite often, and we got really spoiled. And then when we came back, Drybar actually had opened.
Yeah, and we were actually living in LA at the time.
How long ago was this?
This was like 10 years ago.
Okay, so-
Yeah.
And we actually were choosing between opening a restaurant in Hollywood or opening a dry bar.
Should have done both. One location.
Well, it got
Easier
tough.
said than done.
Or some
Yeah.
Lebanese. I love Lebanese food. Lebanese and blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, they
good.
kind of go together.
They go.
You
That's
know?
good.
Totally.
I'll
So
take a side
then-
of camel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We don't really have camels.
That's okay.
I know.
So basically, Sarah met this really hot doctor that was from Dallas, Texas, and then she got married and moved to Texas. So that was that.
That was
So-
his name, Hot Doctor?
Yeah.
Hot Dr. Khan. Yeah.
So that
He's so sweet.
Yeah,
I like
he's
your
sweet.
husband.
Yeah.
He's all
So
right.
we actually owned restaurants at the time in Vegas, and or a restaurant in Vegas at the time. That's where she met. That's where I met her husband. I brought him home, and then they got married, and then that
Anyways, long story short, let me fast forward this because we can go on forever.
Yeah.
We would get our hair blow dried quite frequently, and we loved getting our hair done at Drybar. And we were like, we need to open a place like this. And then slowly but surely, the prices just kept creeping up. And we were like, you know what? We can't do this all the time, but we can do it for special occasions. And then for special occasions, we found ourselves getting, blowouts and getting our hair done. And then we were like, we have to get our makeup done, but we can't get it done there. So we have to make an appointment at Sephora or a Mac counter and then wait in line and hope to get a good enough makeup artist to do our makeup because we're super picky with our makeup. And so it would be like a 4-hour ordeal, which is really inefficient, especially when you become a mom. So
Right.
we're like, you know what? We need to have a place that's affordable so that we can get our hair blown out and our makeup done frequently, not just for special
So
occasions.
is that why you started? I mean, was that
that's
the
one of the reasons
frustration?
why. It was the frustration. It was frustrating because we loved doing it. And the thing is that we would go and get our hair blown out and we would, hop on the computer and we would pay our bills and we would make appointments and write emails. And it was just more efficient because if we try to do our own hair, it takes me a good hour. And who has time with my kid? I can't even take a shower right now. I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old and they're like on the glass.
And you need
mommy,
that
mommy,
pampering
mom,
every
mom.
once in a
Yeah,
while.
absolutely.
The getaway.
Yeah, and on top of that, we just feel like and even in law school, your professors will tell you, dress for success. When you dress up and then you take your exam, statistically you're going to do better because you're more confident in yourself.
Absolutely.
When you look good on the outside, you feel better on the inside. And so we just feel like having a Drybar, it's not just about, vanity and about just pampering yourself. It's about, looking good, making you feel better, making you more confident, and then giving you, the keys to success, being able to do anything that you put your mind to because you feel better about yourself. We were tired of having our hair tied up in buns and, wearing yoga pants that never made it to yoga. And we're like, let's just, get a little glam, put a little glam in your life. And so we're like, let's make a place for women like us. We are the demographic,
Well, let's go back real quick to Dr. Khan. So she did marry a Dr. Khan who happens to be of South Asian descent, Pakistani, and marrying into that culture, they would not, they have events like all the time.
Right.
Middle Easterns do too, but culturally, these South Asian weddings are like 3 or 4 day events.
Yeah.
So,
Food.
food,
a lot of food, a lot of
people, and a lot of clothes that are very fancy that goes with fancy hair and fancy makeup.
Yeah.
Right.
So we saw the need in this underserved market, especially not only in California, but more so in Texas, because I would always come to Texas to visit my sister and her husband and his humongous family. Literally, their family is really what got us on the map already, and we've only been open for
Very true.
about a month now, and we were doing in-home services. So we will come to you and do your hair and your makeup, and it would be for these big, lavish, I call my big fat Indian weddings.
Yeah.
And it would be like 4 days worth of just hair and makeup in different styles, and that was another reason.
And it was great training ground too, because when we like to get dressed up and when people in the South Asian community like to get dressed up, they like really elaborate makeup. And so
I love that about that culture.
Like,
super
give me
elaborate.
glitter.
Like,
I want to bathe in
Basically,
glitter.
I could do that.
Just glitter all over me. I want glitter in my eyes, glitter on my lips, glitter. No, seriously, they love to get super dressed up, and they follow these beauty bloggers and these makeup artists, and you need to be on your A game if you're going to be doing their makeup. And so it was great training for us to hire some amazing makeup artists and hairstylists, and even just yesterday we had one of our trainings, because all of our girls go through trainings frequently, and we were just beating them to the ground, even though they do an amazing. We have to. They are why we are here.
Yes.
But they do an amazing job. But we were like, we have to just be the best of the best of the best, because that's what these people demand, what these women demand. And it's been great training ground for opening our brick and mortar for anybody that walks in. We can
Our brick and mortar, by the way, is located next to. It's on Tollway and
Main Street.
Very close to the Blue
What-
Goose.
She's
what
right
city?
next
She's
What
still
city?
new.
She's
She's
still
here in
new
Frisco.
Frisco,
Sorry,
Texas,
I'm still
yeah.
from California.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, it's a beautiful place. So
And
we
I
have
loved
makeup
it.
counter.
Do you
we
still
have
do
blow
location
dries.
where you go to people's houses?
We still do.
Absolutely.
Like, so if there's a wedding and they got 10 girls, you go there and
We have 2 of them tomorrow.
wow.
Yes, we
Back
have
to
2
back.
weddings
Those
tomorrow.
are crazy.
And- yeah,
Those are,
yeah.
2 and 3 day events.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I know you guys are going to do well. So when they told me we want you to get a free hairdo, free makeup, and I'm like, oh, well, can I come tell you about my magazine?
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, my makeup looks so amazing. I'd never worn nude lipstick.
Well, it always looks amazing.
Oh,
by the way.
thank you. But you guys did such a good job. So
Diva.
I remember I had, okay, so I'm a little high maintenance.
A little bit,
Carmine, am
just
I
a
a
little
little
bit.
high
Just a little
maintenance?
bit. She's like, should I go straight? Should I go curly? Which way do I go?
So you guys
I'm like,
remember
I'm
when
doing
you
my
said,
hair.
By the
Leave me
way.
alone.
So are we. It's okay.
remember when you said, well, glitter all that?
Yeah.
So like, I don't even, the worst you will ever see me is maybe at Market Street and it'll be like a juicy jogging suit with red lipstick and maybe.
Yeah. This is
talking about.
this is,
Okay.
Oh dear, my hair
Ms.
doesn't look so
Sheehan.
good.
Oh, you look great.
Okay.
You look great. Look at these beautiful women. I mean,
Excuse me.
I mean,
I've got a hair like a
Carmine.
woman, I mean, do you do men also? No, men
You know
too?
what? Everyone
If the hair's
everyone
big
is
enough,
telling
if
us
the
that
hair's
we need
big
to.
enough,
They're
yeah.
like, if you go into a wedding, what about the groom? And
Yeah.
it might
I
be
mean,
coming
we're
soon.
we're vain too,
For sure. I mean,
Well,
some of you
I
are
could
more
show you
than
my
others,
Fabio
for sure.
pictures from the 80s.
Oh,
I mean,
dear.
it's long and flowing.
He
Watch
did.
out now.
Oh, yeah.
He did.
And Fabio big
Dr.
time.
Mitchell, have you been to a dry bar before?
I'm obsessed.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Good
I'm
to
obsessed.
know.
I love makeup and hair, and I also am on Instagram, and I follow makeup bloggers. And I was actually just watching a video yesterday about how to curl your hair with a wand.
yeah.
Yes.
So now I'm like, oh gosh, I guess I need a wand. I
Yeah.
need a wand.
You definitely need a wand.
And we'll tell you which one.
We'll tell you
too.
which one to
Yeah.
get.
Okay. Yeah.
And your places are so close together. Minnie Molars is probably what, half a mile, if
maybe.
that.
I
so
love
she's
the
right
name,
by
by
you.
the way.
So
Thank you so
We
much.
know
Minnie
we
Molars?
know how hard it is, right, to come up with.
Oh my gosh.
It's like naming
yes.
a baby.
So I really like alliteration. So I was thinking like Mitchell's mini molars, but then I thought, what if I wanted to open another location, or what if I brought an associate on in a couple years? So I didn't know if I wanted to kind of like totally tag my name to it. So I thought just city would be better, and then there would be some community feeling with
For
the
sure.
name.
Right.
And it's just, I feel like it's more scalable just with a name
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, for sure.
So
But
cute.
my office is right next to Market Street. My address is 5110 El Dorado Parkway. So I am right there. I've been there since 2011. So it's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Have you
So-
been, Karen, to a dry bar?
Many times.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was doing that on a regular basis. And
We're trying to steal this.
So I'm the
You
only
need to become a
one.
member.
Yeah,
We've been
we
telling
have
you,
members.
Karen.
There's a membership.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much is a membership?
Well, it's $199 for our blow dry addict, but we do
Which means
have,
unlimited blow dry.
Unlimited.
Like literally, you can get
Really?
your hair done every single
For
day.
like an annual.
Yeah.
Is it an annual membership?
no,
No, that's monthly.
Yeah.
and you can.
But we
you
have
know,
special rates
That's
for special people.
$19.99
Yes.
for the annual.
And we're all special in this room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our,
We
our
have-
VIP,
we have
VVIP rate. Yeah.
VIP rate.
Comma 00, yeah.
So
But yeah, and I've got my little one who's going to be 12, and she goes to the dry bar all the time because I've got the flat iron, the curling iron, but sometimes I just don't have time to do it for her.
Seriously, she's
Your
12? She
daughter
bar
goes
all
to the
time?
dry bar?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and-
that's
Yeah.
What?
We got to
a
hit up
lucky
that
girl.
market.
I know.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
no. I
no.
met. We met. Remember at another year of our mutual friends.
Yeah.
We met a girl with really
Yeah.
a cute daughter, and she had she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And her hair was just like super curly, and she's like, I have to take her.
Yeah,
I
and
can't,
how old was
I can't
she?
do her hair. She was like 12.
Yeah. No, they're into it. And my girlfriend's got 2 daughters, and they're young, and they
I have
oh,
patients.
dry bar all the time.
That go like
Really?
a 4-year-old.
What? Okay,
yeah.
that's a little bit.
I'm
crazy.
so glad I have a
so-
boy.
We have a princess salon.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
have
yeah,
a
we
princess
do.
salon.
For little, we do have a salon for little girls in
do.
the back
Get
of our
them
salon.
addicted early.
Yeah.
Yes. And we do
We do tea
braids,
parties.
tea parties,
Yes,
birthday
it's
parties,
so cute. It's
That
so
was
cute.
fun.
photo shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
glad I had a boy, so it can all be about me. Just saying.
You are the queen
so
of the
hard.
castle.
I am.
We have
I'm
boys.
so girly,
I
and I
know.
felt like
2 boys.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're a boy mom." I'm like, "Oh, I guess."
I know. I did
My
want
boy's
a
getting
girl.
really into like hair and makeup and princess stuff, and my husband's like, "Calm down." He's like, "Mommy, can I put glitter on your eyes?" I'm like,
He's like, I'm going to be Prince Charming for the princesses.
I'm like, "You be Prince Charming." He's so cute.
That's cute.
Sweet.
I don't know how you have patience to do teeth for children. I can't even brush my child's teeth in the morning. It's a nightmare, by the way.
Kind of like we were talking before, like we have lots of things to try to make it easier for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like TVs on the screen and movies that they can pick and Netflix or DVDs and headphones. So we try to make it fun and
That's super important for the car.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, like if
them
you're going on a
entertained.
drive, it's kind of the same in the dental office. Like
or getting a haircut, same thing. You have
like
to have
just
those iPads
pop
in
on
front
the
of them.
TV, and then they kind of just are distracted, and then I'm
Right.
able to get in there and do what I need to do. And
You don't just gas them and do it.
that too. So nitrous is also my best friend. So yeah, the nitrous just helps make it really easy, and the kids honestly are so good.
Yeah.
They really, really are.
And I feel like they listen to other people so much better than their
They do.
parents.
Yes, hands down.
You know?
In my own household,
Yeah,
I can attest to that
Yeah.
for sure.
So you know
Fantastic.
what? So you two are in the magazine. So Dr. Mitchell has a full page editorial, and Karen, it's her first time in the new magazine, my new Best in Collin County magazine. I just got it from the
Yay.
printer yesterday, day before yesterday.
And she looks super hot, by the way.
I don't know about that.
You
And
do.
guess who did her headshot? Karen's headshot. Oh, that would be
dun.
Carmine, my co-host.
Hey.
Good job. She looks really, really beautiful, Carmine. Too bad it's not TV. I could show the picture, but YouTube.
I look like I
Just
know
go on the
what I'm
website
doing.
and check it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks really, really good. Carmine, you did a good job on the picture. And pictures,
She was
pictures
easy.
to me are everything. They're so important. So,
Image is everything.
so
And hair and makeup.
absolutely.
I've always
So
said
teeth.
that.
and teeth, teeth are
Teeth.
very.
Yeah.
Can you do adult
The package.
whitenings?
You know, I have had some moms ask, like, if you want to, I can totally take your impression. And
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
OMG.
And
They
we
were
can make
VIP
you-
too.
we can make you, like,
Membership for teeth
Yeah.
whitening? Okay, cool.
we can make you white
And interior
trays.
decorating, please?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hook you up.
Yeah, we
somebody-
totally. I mean, we all had to design our places
Yeah.
ourselves. We know what went into that.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, but
And
I
you
love
know,
it.
and how hard is it? I mean, really. So I wanted to do a show on women-owned businesses because it's hard and it's a struggle to be a mom and a wife and a business owner and all of that together. It's just so. What are some of the struggles that you guys have experienced with being a mom and a business owner?
You know, I will say, I feel, and I tell people this all the time, I feel like I do a lot of things and I'm not sure I do all of them really well.
yeah.
It's like I do my job really well while I'm at my job, but then sometimes at home, I feel like I use all my patience at work. And so then I don't maybe have as much patience with my own children, or I don't have enough time for my husband because I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like I kind of do a lot of things. And then, you know, maybe my husband is the one thing that gets neglected or something
Is he
kind of
listening
like,
right now?
I know. I'm trying to.
What's his name?
Scott. His name is Scott.
I'm sorry, Scott.
And we've been married.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, we've been married 10 years this year.
congratulations.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's just hard. It really is. And you just don't realize. And even at this point, my children are young right now. I have a 4-year-old and a 17-month-old. And I've heard from so many parents that it even gets harder as they get older because they just have so many more activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have activities and obligations and
It's a different
things that
kind of
you
hard.
need to be at. And it's hard for me because I am kind of like, I have to be at work, you know?
Yeah.
So,
What are you, a dentist or something?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this morning it's so funny because this morning the same thing happened with me. I mean, here's a little story. My son had a walkathon at school and all the kids had to wear their class colors and he was supposed to wear yellow and I never read the email. I got the email.
Been
So
there.
he was screaming and crying for his yellow shirt and he was wearing bright red. And he was like, Mommy, please. I had to run home. I mean, talk about doing, twice the amount of work if I just read the email. But you just,
some things just kind of.
you're going to
Fall through
drop the ball
cracks. You gotta-
sometimes. Yeah.
Has to happen. Well, we're going to go to commercial break and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit more. So we'll see you guys in a few.
We're gonna go live.
Welcome back to the Jennifer Sheehan Show with my beautiful guests, all women here. And oh yeah, and then Carmine.
Hi.
You know,
beautiful.
you have a face for radio, Carmine.
Thank you. I've been told that many times. My mother loves me. Be quiet.
But he does have a great voice, right?
He does.
Like
Thank
he
you.
should be on the radio.
Right.
Seriously.
Hands down.
Yeah,
He
he's
was,
really
right?
Good. Yeah.
Look, don't
It's
get
very
too big for
soothing.
your britches and think you can have your own show. You're my co-host.
He loves you, baby.
Okay, let's get back to your story, Sarah.
I think that was pretty much the end of it. Well, he was freaking out. My son, again, he cares a lot about what
he
he's
wears.
wearing. It's so weird because he'll walk around with his underwear on his head and then he'll have like, a cape on
Right.
and
So you
it's
went,
not
went
matching.
back and got the banana suit.
I went, he had to wear yellow. And I'm like, who has a yellow shirt? So I
Right.
drove home because I knew that his teachers were gonna like have it that day. And my daughter, meanwhile, she had to wear blue and she was wearing hot pink, and she was like, "I'm cool," But the boy, so I'm like, let me just give his teachers a break and actually bring him the shirt. But that was like a full 45 minutes out of my day that I needed to be doing 20 other things. But I'm like, I've got. It's my bad for not reading that email. I felt so guilty. I wasn't going to be able to make it through the rest of the day. And you're absolutely right, Laura. Like you're juggling so many balls, you're gonna drop one. And I think I just have to remember. We all have to remember not to beat ourselves up about it.
Right.
But
you actually talking about this is just reminding me that it was Spirit Day at my son's school, and I forgot to put him in a Spirit shirt.
And your
no.
and your sister pick him up at noon.
oh,
I hate that.
Oh my gosh, that is like my worst nightmare. No, he needs to be picked up at 3, so I'm still good.
no, I always have that anxiety. Don't you have that like, oh my God, am I forgetting my kid? Yeah, I always feel like I'm forgetting. They're gonna call CBS on me.
Okay, so it gets better.
Yeah.
So my son just hit 16 October 5th, but I have bad news. So my son was mama's boy, sweet, always holding my hand like mama's boy. We did everything together. And then I think it started in 7th grade. I'm no longer cool, doesn't want to be around me. And I was always saying, not my kid. I heard all these stories. No, not my boy. He's different.
And
he's
doing
different.
it.
Yes.
Oh no.
Let's properly embarrass him. Say his full name.
Jared Sheehan.
Oh, Jared, I'm so sorry.
And he's super cute too.
Thank you.
So
He's
horrible.
so handsome.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Every time you post pictures on Facebook, I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm like, should I be saying
You're gonna have to like beat the girls off with a stick. Seriously.
So he's 6'3" now, 180, 13 men's shoe, and just turned 16. And just got his first girlfriend. But he says they're not called girlfriends, but I forgot what they called them. And my husband says, are you only with her, only kissing her? Yes. Okay, that's called a girlfriend. They said, no, mom,
Call her a girlfriend?
so he doesn't
They're
call
social
that.
media friends.
Yeah. I don't know what he
friends,
said they called it, but the other kid that was with us last night said the same thing. That's not what it's called, girlfriend. And my husband, is it called hooking up? He's like, no, Dad.
don't say that. That's different.
Because that means more than just kissing. I'm
a
like,
lot more.
Anxiety.
Oh, so much anxiety.
if
Major
anybody
heart
hears
palpitation.
this, if anyone hears this and tells Jared,
gonna
he's going
die.
to be
He's
so
literally gonna
embarraed. Mom, you said my name on the radio.
Oh my God.
Oh, then I guess I should say Sean Sheehan, my husband, too, just so it can be
Right.
fair.
That's good.
Yeah.
Whole fam was on there.
I'm an outcast. I have no children.
Oh,
That's okay.
but you know what? That's okay. We love you, and you are so talented and so
Yes.
awesome. And
They're a lot of work anyway.
I was gonna say, honestly,
You
you look
want
so
mine?
rested.
You can travel
You can
whenever
borrow mine
want.
for the weekend.
Yeah.
Jennifer, let's go out.
How long have you been doing interior design?
Forever, but I just brought, I don't know, people don't know, Decorating Den's a franchise-owned business, so I just bought it this year.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a franchise, and we can meet anyone's budget and come out to your house complimentary and whatever
That's
you
great.
need. And
Do you have other interior decorators that are on your staff? Like, do you? or it's
not
just-
not on
yet.
my staff, not
Not
yet.
yet.
I'm not
Right.
yet. I'm
Yeah.
not there yet.
okay.
So, do you have a size house you like to stay within, or is there no limit?
No limit right now. I'm take on
Oh, great.
small, big.
And I'm sure you have a million different, catalogs and companies you can deal with as far as furniture, drapes, all of that.
We have over 100 vendors.
Wow.
So anything
Wow.
from custom bedding to closet systems. I mean, you name it. We have it all.
Closet systems. Okay.
Right.
We got to
Right.
talk about that.
No, and what about like we have that window at Blush Bar with all that sunlight that comes
yeah,
in.
we
Right.
need to do something.
We need to do
new.
something
oh,
dirty.
that's a good
Totally.
idea.
Especially with makeup.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
The
lighting
lighting's
is so
everything, right?
important.
So-
We did a shoot last night, and it was just like we were all over the salon because we didn't know where to go to get.
Oh,
good
we took her
lighting.
to the princess salon. We're like, just sit here in this little child Chivari chair. We're like, this is where we're gonna.
Yeah, lighting is.
Yeah.
Key.
Lighting is key, right?
So what about, it's
Right.
about to be the holidays, so we're all thinking of a lot of things. We're thinking of teeth because we've got time off, so we need to get our kids' teeth
and
done.
it's the end of the year, so you need to use your insurance
Deductible.
benefit for
Absolutely.
sure.
Oh.
Like
Does insurance
maximize.
typically cover braces? Well, if you get a
An
dental
orthodontics,
insurance.
it depends. All policies are different.
Right.
It just kind of depends on what you selected. That a lot of insurance policies will have a maximum amount for ortho, but they do have coverage. But if you get a plan that doesn't have it, then you don't have any coverage and you just have to pay out of pocket.
That's typical.
Right. But usually your preventive services are covered. And so if you want to use your benefit for the whole year, you need to get in, before the end of 2017, which
Right.
for y'all, what you guys were saying that you haven't taken your children yet, like totally bring them in.
Yeah.
If-
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What is a teeth cleaning for a 2.5-year-old
Okay,
costs.
how does that how does that go
It's half
down?
the price.
I would
Girl.
charge like 3 times the amount
I
for
know,
this kid.
bless
By the
your
way,
heart.
Okay, so I think it's like
Rand,
that's what I'm saying.
$199, maybe $150, because at that age we're not taking X-rays; they're too small.
Right.
Oh.
And basically, we're just kind of like showing you what we're going to do, getting your child comfortable coming to the dentist, and educating the parents on hygiene and how you should be taking care of their teeth, so that you can make sure that they don't get cavities.
You said that was like $199,
I think it's
Something like
$199,
that.
like $150. Maybe.
and so the breakdown is it's $6 for the cleaning, and the other money's to strap the kid down so they don't.
like a behavior management. Yes.
Hold them.
I can't even envision Rayan sitting in.
oh no, good luck. Don't just.
my
go somewhere
son
else.
is out of control.
Okay.
What do you do
So
with children that are out of
honestly, I know it's totally normal. Like that's completely age appropriate behavior. But if you actually like go to my website, friscominimolars.com, I have videos on there, and I've kind of showed you like what we do, and I talk about my tools and everything. So then you can pull
Such
it
a good
up
idea.
and show your
Very
kids
smart.
like, look, like Dr. Mitchell looks so friendly, and this is what she's going to do, and
That's
the
a good
tools
idea.
that she's going to use, so that you'll feel comfortable and you won't be afraid. And it's just awesome to like kind of establish that bond so
So you're saying
early.
video production is key to your business.
Carmine.
Sorry.
So what
I
you're
know
saying
that does video. Oh, would that
yeah.
be crime?
I would
Latched
say,
onto that.
I mean, kind of, exactly what you guys do. Like, what, people see that you look friendly and you look nice and
Yeah.
that you're going to take care of your kids. Like, that's what I look for in a provider. So,
Right.
I mean, I just try to put myself in my parents' shoes, and that's what I
Well,
would
you
want.
have little.
I
ones,
know,
So you totally,
right.
you
You totally
get
get
it.
it.
Like, this
Yeah.
is what I would want.
Let me ask you something. Be real here.
Okay.
My daughter's 3 years old. We moved around a lot from DC to Houston, everywhere. I mean, these children don't even have like their primary care physician has changed so many times. She's never even been to a dentist when
Yes.
she's 3. And with my first child, I took him as soon as they told me to take him right away. So aren't they just going to fall out anyway?
Teeth or
Or-
something?
Okay, yeah.
Are they gonna fall
out?
I know people say that, but the
Yeah.
baby teeth actually serve a really important purpose. And those teeth are in until they're like
have to
10 or
bite you.
12.
Really?
Yeah, yes. They maintain the space for the permanent teeth.
Mhm.
So it's really important. It's important
Okay.
for them to be able to eat and speech. And, honestly, like, untreated tooth decay is it's actually the most common disease of childhood. And so kids miss so much school and they're hurting. And so a lot of it is so preventable or just, being seen on a routine basis. Then we're able to kind of catch it and fix it before it becomes a problem. Or the
Don't you
child is
seal
hurting.
them too, or
Yeah,
something
the
as a
sealer.
small?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember that really helping out my eldest.
100%.
Jared too. He had them all
100%.
sealed.
Yeah.
So
And,
my,
hello, is she like the hottest dentist you've ever
oh
seen?
my gosh.
Thank you.
Yes, super hot.
Hot dentist,
Super
and we got
hot.
hot doctor
So-
across the way.
So the first time I meet her, she's like, I think did you just have your baby when I first met you? And then she had another one. I was like, okay, look, I need you to look perfect and hot for the cover. Are you ready yet? She's like, give me a little bit more
Look at
time.
her.
And so I
Look
see her
at
at the gym. I'm like, I'm trying, girlfriend. Like, I'm
Stop.
working
You're
hard.
You're working
regardless.
hard.
Thank
At the gym. She
you.
looks amazing, right?
She's super hot. I'm like, never eating again.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
cut carbs starting now.
Okay. So honestly, I have been so weird, and it's hard for me to diet, but I'm on this weird like low carb diet right now, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I will say, I always was, like I can't restrict my diet because I'm always so hungry. But if you're eating the right things and you're getting enough fat, like it's so easy. And
The
and you
good
would be
fat,
so
like
surprised.
avocados
Yes.
and
avocado
nuts.
and like I
Why
don't
doesn't
miss
this
the
work for me?
carbs. I really don't. And I'm
This
a
does not
huge
work for me.
carby
I
person.
had rigatoni for breakfast. Is that kind
Well,
Uh,
it doesn't.
no.
First of all, I love carbs. Like I just
I'm like a
bread,
carbaholic.
and I do.
Fruit.
But I've learned through the years to just minimize them and to
Yes.
eat, weed and wheat
Moderation,
pasta
right.
in moderation. But I feel like people tell me they're like, eat more and you'll lose. I swear, like I have to eat like a bird to see a difference, and then
Yeah.
it bounces right back.
Right.
Weight is, that's a whole other struggle. Like, we could have a whole
yeah.
show about that.
Right.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
whole
we're gonna-
life I've struggled with
Yeah.
my weight. We've always been up and down.
That's a
up and
whole
down.
nother show.
That's a whole
Whole other show.
That's a
So
whole-
going back to getting ready for the holidays. So what I
Yes.
think of is Thanksgiving and Christmas and my house. Now I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I need my house painted before the Christmas party, which you're all invited
I was
to
going
my
to say,
Christmas
I know.
party.
I put it on my
Yeah.
calendar.
Yeah.
I put it on my
And
calendar.
if one person in here wasn't, I wouldn't bring that up.
Right.
Don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Wait,
that would be
it's the first I've heard of it.
Oh, sorry, Carmine.
Oh man.
Your invitation's in the mail.
Right.
Wait, so
Check
she's
it.
decorating your house for
I
No,
can
so
help for
so
the party.
yes,
Christmas.
she absolutely
I
could.
am.
So what you
That would
guys
be so
don't
awesome.
know is
You are
that that's
now.
one of my hobbies.
Really?
So interior decorating and taking pictures are my two hobbies.
Right.
Really?
That's
And she's
So,
good.
The house
Yeah.
looks great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Looks really
That's
good.
good.
So, but not everybody has that eye to do interior decorating. Since that's one of my hobbies, I really enjoy it. I've done it for clients for free, but not anymore. I'm too busy now. With a magazine and a radio show, there's no time for like helping people out and just being nice to help decorate or take pictures so what are some of the trends right now, and what can you tell the listeners about what things that we can do to get ready for the holidays? Besides hiring you, of course.
Of course, hire me. Declutter, get rid of all the summer stuff, all
That's
your
a good point.
yeah, just get ready and get ready. Put your greenery out and your candles out and just make everything look sparkly. I like to do a lot of greenery on like light fixtures and all that, And I don't, just like I said, declutter and start making it look real.
Declutter.
I would say that's a big problem for me, especially with kids.
Oh my God.
Like we have stuff everywhere.
I
I'm
know.
like, I just want to throw these toys in the garbage.
No, we moved in a year ago,
Literally.
and I don't know how we have so many junk drawers.
Stuff.
There's just you just open drawers and there's just stuff,
Junk
stuff,
everywhere.
Stuff.
Unorganized.
Organization
Yes.
is like
Organizing, yes.
Okay, so I have a
taking over.
secret.
I'll tell you a trick about decorating real quick. And
Okay,
it
so
hasn't not so much about the decorating. It's about you don't think about this till afterwards, then you're in trouble like that. So as a commercial photographers, we do a lot of setups in some existing homes. And so we move a lot of stuff. And so, of course, we want to be kind to the homeowner. So we photograph and do Polaroids of it beforehand, or, back in the film days. And we started a long time ago doing this. But then we took that forward with our holiday stuff. So you forget where you put stuff. You're like, I bought this. I can't remember what I did last year like that. And so once it's up, we photograph it the first time, and then to save those Polaroids with the decoration, so you know where it goes every single year.
That's
So,
a good idea.
That's a
so
good idea.
Good
one-
idea.
one year,
Way
one
to
year,
go, Carmine.
one year, a long time ago.
Somebody's thinking.
Yeah, right,
Somebody's
right.
thinking.
I mean,
But back in the merry days, I had this crazy mini mansion in Willow Bend, and we got whatever, and our housekeeper decided she was going to go ahead and do that, and we're like, it's going to take us more work to tell her where it all goes and all of that, and so. But I had the Polaroids, and I said, just look at the Polaroid, and she
That's awesome.
took care of it. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, every year I like to mix things up, and then I'm like, oh, I love it. So I take a picture. I'm going to use this way next year, and then the next year I look at my pictures, and
I'm gonna change it.
something's changed up, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Every year I go out after the holidays and buy a bunch of stuff that goes on sale,
Right.
and then you forget about it all year long, and then when you go to unpack your stuff, you're like, you get excited. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that, and we're going to do this, So it's kind of exciting.
So on the clutter side, I have a secret. So it's really bad. I probably shouldn't even say this to the public, but so when you guys know I'm ex-Army. So 4 years in the Army, 1 year in Iraq, and I am.
Hoorah.
Thank you.
Jeez,
And
she's
so-
she's
I
a
know.
G.
scary.
Don't make me mad. I'm just
Step
kidding.
on your neck with those heels.
Yes. But so the Army got me at 18 years old and made me crazy. And so everything has to be perfect in its place. You know what Sean does to make me mad? He comes in the house and he turns everything just a little bit. And I'm like, and I turn it all back. And he's
Don't
like,
do
my God.
what's wrong with you, Jennifer? But I found out two little tricks that are very important. So when Jared was little, I told him, I go, son, because his toys would be everywhere. And I go, there's this monster.
You use monsters too.
Sarah uses monsters on the kids.
And I go, if you don't put all your toys back in the toy box by the end of the night, when you're sleeping, the monster will come and eat them and they'll be gone. So you have to put them in the box and shut the box, and then they'll never eat them. And he believed me. And so people would
And
come to
that
my
helped him
house.
clean?
Yeah. And they'd go, where's all the toys? I'm like, in the toy box where they belong. So now he's 16. So that doesn't work anymore. He knows there's no more monsters.
Therapist all
But I
over
mean, is it like
Dennis.
right?
is it habit now? Like that he, when he takes something, he puts it back.
Okay,
which is
so
my dad's
no.
favorite thing.
So
my
no.
dad,
Take
my mom,
something, put it
this
back.
back.
Like his always says
So
that.
15, 16, and 2 are about the same.
Yep.
So you have to start retraining them again. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
really?
So now it's
Well,
like
they're gone.
Now it's like, okay,
This is the future.
just
for
shut
me.
your door. But
Yeah.
the rest of the house is mine. So I don't care about your room. Just make sure there's no bugs. Don't leave any food in there or
Yeah.
anything. And when the housekeeper goes in, that's where she spends most of her time is in my son's room.
Oh my
So, but guess what I do? I put a big plastic like bin, like what you put Christmas stuff in,
Yeah.
open, and I put it by the door. And he puts his backpack and his shoes and all his stuff in that bin.
Oh, that's
I'm
smart.
all about bins.
Yeah, I love
I
bins.
catch
Love
all.
me some bins. I
I
don't know
have-
what's in there, but
But there are
bins
Bins
everywhere.
in a bin.
Bins everywhere. Yeah.
But it
I
gets
just put it
it
away.
away.
Yeah.
And so he's allowed to put it in there, and then that's it. I'm like, that's the only place you
So
can
you
have stuff.
scared the crap out of him at 3.
And now he's in therapy.
Right. I was going to say therapists all over Dallas are shaking their heads. No, Jennifer, you can't do that.
Look, bottom line is it worked.
That's good.
You know what would be a great idea, talking about kids and decorating, is just decorating, or, creating, cute ways to basically store kids' like
Yeah.
toys and
Yes.
making your, because if you have a big pretty house
Yes.
and the toys are just so ugly
And
they're so colorful and
it's
obnoxious.
like loud, inevitable,
Yeah.
and you can't get rid of them.
Yeah. So like that's a great.
Yeah. They have all kinds of things now that look like little lockers and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Organization.
Organizational. all sorts
Come
of
do a
things.
kid
Fantastic.
cleaning consultation and design.
Right.
Just kidding.
There we go.
So perfect. Well, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial, and then we'll come back and talk some more with these lovely ladies.
All right.
Welcome back to the Jennifer Sheehan Show. So happy to have you all listening. And any shows that you have missed or any in the future you want to see, go on to sheehanadvertisingandmarketing.com. So we'll just get right back into it, talking about women-owned businesses and the struggles that we have and how to juggle everything. And I actually think that's one of the hardest things is to juggle everything.
I completely agree.
I do
To
too.
juggle, like, I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good businesswoman. I want to be a good friend. I want to be a good mother. And sometimes my poor husband, it does get old or better when the kids get older, for sure, because it's a little bit easier now that
Once they're
Jared's
driving.
16.
Right.
Oh, well, so he is driving, but he doesn't have his license. He has permit. And that's like a whole nother thing. Let me tell you what, teaching a 16-year-old to drive is scarier than going to Iraq in the middle of a
you would
war.
know. And you would know.
What's strange? I've heard a lot of my patients in this generation, they don't want to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to get there. Did you experience
Oh,
that with your kids?
He's a little bit
Not
like
my
that.
daughter, but a lot of my friends like
Yeah,
that. They're
their
like,
children
listen,
don't wanna drive.
you pick them up, you drive them around.
true. So
You're
they're
their
like-
chauffeur.
You're their chauffeur. Yeah.
So they're like,
that.
why would I want to do this?
I
on my own?
stole my parents' car at 15.
I did too. Yes.
Did we all do
Wait,
that?
my
Yeah,
mom's
she
watching.
did.
I used to steal my
And I
dad's.
was right. I was right
Wait,
there.
wait,
next,
I was
next to her,
kidding.
but-
Wait a minute.
No, I used to. I was like 15 and a half. Like the day I turned 15 and a half, I was standing at the DMV, like
Yes,
ready
me
to go.
too.
I was like,
I
give me
was
my
all
driver's
about it.
permit.
Like I wanted to get a job. I just wanted to have
Yeah.
that independence.
Yeah.
Our kids, they're just
Exactly.
super sheltered. I feel
That-
like
you're
these
exactly
days.
right.
They're scared of
I'm sorry, what?
everything, and that's why I just want to take my kids and like drop them off in another
in
country.
the Middle
like, go, go,
we used
toughen
to
up.
get, we used to get
Yeah.
dropped off in Beirut.
We left her in
Beirut.
Beirut. My parents left her
Here's a good-
in Beirut.
Left
I
me
swear.
in Beirut.
Here's some.
And there was a civil war going on.
And I literally had to like get out of
sorry.
the Civil War to
have
come
fun
home.
storming the castle.
I'm not even joking.
my dad's like, "Good luck."
Here's a knife. Here's a knife and a grenade.
your
Be
first
good.
You stay there. Do not come back.
and no boys.
Don't let the boys touch you.
That was like rule 101. Yeah, that was like 101 with my dad.
Yeah. And they just didn't clean their room and they dropped off in Beirut. That's it.
You
hear
were
that,
still
kids?
innocent at that
I
point.
know,
I don't
I was
know.
like
They
12.
it was
You heard that, kids?
foreshadowing.
God.
Yeah.
My mom freaked out. She was like, I want my daughter back.
Oh,
Get
my
her
gosh.
help.
Oh, my
Yeah.
I mean, but I loved
It's-
going
look,
to Beirut.
but look how
though.
tough you are now.
You know what?
Right.
Honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. And the
Yes.
thing is my kid is afraid of flies.
It's
Right.
so
They're like,
nice.
mommy, fly. Like
Oh my
Ryan
gosh.
and Alia.
Smash it.
No,
No, really,
They're
it-
scared of
And
flies.
she-
I'm
and
like,
she
how
smacks
could
it
you?
and eats it.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, my dad does that.
Now when my kids fall down, like, I feel, my girl, obviously we baby her, but my boy, I'm like, toughen up, you're fine. Is
my
there any
gosh.
blood? You're good. Like, and
Totally.
you know what? He's
Right.
super tough because of that now.
I know.
Honestly.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like no nonsense. Like just suck it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
Dust it off, pick yourself up, and go.
Yep.
So I couldn't have had a girl. I couldn't have, because
Yeah.
I'm like, suck it up, drive on, let's go.
Yeah.
He'd fall
Yeah.
down. You're okay. Get up.
Let's see.
Well, you've got to
Are
be
you
like that with
bleeding?
your girl too. My
You're
mom
good.
was always like that with us too. She's worse than my dad. I feel
Really?
like.
Really?
Yeah, she's hardcore.
I'm worse than my husband.
Yeah.
I feel like I am
But
too.
poor Jared being raised by two ex-army.
Yeah, right. You know, I was an army brat.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
about you.
My dad was in the army for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
So we moved around too. I lived in
Oh.
Europe. I lived in Germany for a really long time. Yeah. So,
Interesting.
Wow.
yeah.
I feel like it's important to travel and
I think,
expose
too,
our children to
exposure
traveling.
different cultures.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Agree,
I
100%.
really think so.
They're so spoiled, and the thing is that this is just we live in Frisco, you know,
Right.
and
Where
so
it's like,
yeah.
yeah.
I really feel like the best way to do it is obviously take them and teach them, to give back and all those things. But I feel like unless they can really experience it for themselves, like we used to do, going back home to Trinidad and Lebanon, and not having running water all the time, and taking a shower by the tap,
Right.
and not having electricity and figuring it out.
So Puerto
you know?
Rico.
Yeah,
I know. Okay,
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, but yeah, absolutely. I think that it's important to travel, and I
So,
really do want to drop.
Getting
them off
back to
somewhere.
business real quick, what do you think your mean age is on your girls that come into the shop? Do you see really young or really old? Or I mean, if you had to go into your
our-
computer and do a graph, do you think it's 22, 25?
We
What's
get-
what's the
We oh
It's
my
everything.
gosh, it's
You have a
everything.
range.
We do.
It's really
I mean,
everything.
I would say, I mean, because obviously homecoming is huge, and
Right.
then those girls will actually come back and get because it's so affordable. I mean,
Right.
our blow dries and our makeup. I mean, blow dries are $35. Our,
Oh, wow.
our makeup starts at 25. I mean, so we get teenagers, and then we get a lot of people in their 30s,
blow dry
40s,
and makeup
20s.
35?
No, each one.
Okay, each one.
each
Okay,
one.
okay. I was
Yeah.
just
But
like, what?
that's such a great price,
Right?
And you guys
Yeah.
did such. The makeup looks so good. My hair looks so
and
good.
it's
so
killer makeup.
they did
And
it
it
all
lasts
for me on my
I mean, you guys are
anniversary.
beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
you're so
you.
sweet.
Your eyebrows are on point.
Oh, eyebrows are everything. Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
know.
all about
Bethany,
I'm all about the
our lead
eyebrows.
makeup artist, taught me that eyebrows are like the windows
Yes.
to your face.
Yes.
So you have
Yeah.
to be,
You have to do the eyebrow.
Do you
good.
do threading?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't do threading, but we thread.
You do it.
Like
But
we
you
get
do.
our-
Get
yeah,
our
yeah.
threading
We-
done
yeah.
for
So-
sure.
We don't do hair or makeup.
By the way,
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
What's your background?
So
Real estate, lawyer.
No, I meant to be in what
Restaurant.
you're doing like that. You just had it done so much, like you said. There was everything was so
and
expensive.
we love it.
Yeah.
Like we love it's our little guilty pleasure. It's
Pleasure.
our indulgence, you know,
Right.
and we love to look good, like I said, because it just makes you feel good and that having that confidence. And so we've always been, into beauty as like a hobby.
with every business, you have to have an eye. I mean, I really love, like when I met you, Jennifer, you were always talking about how the front cover is so important and making
Right.
sure that everybody looked a certain way and all this stuff. I mean, if you have an eye for marketing or if you have a great personality, I feel like you can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And in this business, you have to kind of know what looks good. And
Absolutely.
like Karen's business is the same way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to know what looks good,
You
right?
have it or you don't.
It's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
So for us, even like I know like our makeup artists would get frustrated with us because it's like, well, what do you know? You don't know how to do makeup or you
Right.
don't know how to do hair. It's
But
like,
we know what
look,
looks
I
good.
know
I
what
know
looks good.
what I
and
see and what I
and let me
see
tell
and
you something. I know what I'm the consumer. I understand the market.
And that is such an important
it is
thing.
really,
Just
you know,
awareness.
and-
yeah.
Like,
The reason we open the place is because we are we
are
are the
a
consumer.
demographic.
We know what
Yeah.
we're looking for, to be able to get, glamorous, but do it for a lower price than what everyone else is offering and to do it more frequently and to have that like getaway. And so I feel like being the consumer is such an important part of being a business owner too.
And
knowing
it
what
helps.
your clients want.
And it was
helps
so
that
much
we know about
fun.
marketing.
Yeah.
You're like,
and
come
stuff.
in, I'm going to do your hair and makeup. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And
I
then
was in
who
there
doesn't love to be
3
pampered?
hours.
I know. She didn't want to leave.
I was
Yeah.
like, and
Jennifer
then they
was
have, I'm like, can I move in? Can I have a
Jennifer.
job?
Like,
And they
who
have a
doesn't love it?
flower wall.
It helps to have a
They
fun
have a flower
job.
Was
wall.
there free
for
Oh, I have a flower
mimosa
wall.
or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, in my
champagne.
in my bathroom.
Pink
White. What color are your
It's
flowers?
like blush pink.
okay,
And like
so mine are
pink.
white.
Oh, really?
Oh,
So
my
in my
check out a
bathroom.
flower wall.
So real little plug. My
You'll love it.
husband, my
Karen.
my
Wait,
husband
see.
does like interior design.
Hot
and he
doctor?
Did, no, my
That's
husband's
her-
not a hot.
that's right.
Hers
Her
is the hot
husband.
doctor.
Never mind.
Mine's the hot interior
The
decorator
sweet hot
slash.
doctor.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's like
Your husband?
Yeah, he does like event production and
that's
stuff like that.
awesome.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
he's actually opening his own
really good.
business right now as well. A
Cool.
little plug in for the living room. It's a shisha
Absolutely.
lounge, the first shisha lounge in Frisco. Hopefully opening next week. But his is really, really awesome. Like
What's a shisha lounge?
shisha lounge. So it's like a cigar lounge.
hookah.
Uh-huh.
But,
A hookah,
it's
hookah,
a
hookah.
Yeah. So shisha's the classier word for hookah.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Because
Yeah.
we do it in a very
Classier,
classy
cultural.
way.
Yeah.
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 I love
Fantastic.
classy.
Yeah, so he built the flower walls, by the
Oh,
way.
he did?
And he built a mini version for the Princess Salon.
Yeah, so we have the same
So-
flower wall in the front.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it, Karen. Can you please come by?
I will.
Jeez.
I mean, we'd love to like
Yeah.
What's
see
the
what
flower
you can.
wall?
Karen.
What's the flower wall?
What's the flower wall?
So it's a backdrop for photos.
Is it like a lattice with a flower wall or
It's
something
just
like
a
that? or-
giant,
Just
the
no
wall,
lattice.
pretty.
Just it's just a
To take pictures in front of.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
I got my
we're
picture taken.
we're all about social media, right? Instagram and Snapchat. We love social media, and it's so huge. So
So we have to tell them real quick about the whole like hashtag phenomenon that
yeah.
we've got going on. So our entire menu is like hashtag straight hair don't care, hashtag what was it, Southern
Slay.
yeah,
or
for
Southern
makeup,
Belle
Just all
for
that
fake
attitude.
hair,
Belle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that way when we are Instagramming or we are on Facebook and you want to look for a certain look, we'll pop up on the feed.
Oh, that's cool.
So
yeah.
it's like,
And
all
it's-
the
it's super
strategy that
trendy, too.
Sarah and
I
I
mean-
came up
Well,
with.
and your
when we
other
did this
strategy.
menu.
So when I went in there, they said, "You already know, Jennifer, we're in, right?" I'm all, you're saying the words I want to hear.
Yeah,
for sure.
totally.
I told them, I'm all, you guys are stuck with me regardless.
Yeah.
That's it.
'Cause
And
I
we've
just
been having so
love
much
those.
fun ever since.
I know.
Yeah, our girls' night
She had a
out
girls'
and-
night out,
Yeah,
and you know that we booked a wedding from that.
From that girls' night
From the
out.
girls' night out.
Good.
Yes, from
And,
the chapel in McKinney.
Man,
Mandy, yeah,
Mandy,
it's Mandy.
yes.
Oh, from
Yes,
Sandy.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
good. With
yes.
Belladonna Chapel.
Belladonna.
Yes, Belladonna.
That place is gorgeous.
Oh my
That's right.
gosh.
I meet
So
with
pretty.
them after the radio show to sign a contract. They're
Right.
going in the magazine.
Right.
They'll be on the next
Awesome.
cover.
Are you
She's such a
Are you going to
sweetheart,
tell them
too.
what's on the next cover? Are we allowed to say that?
Oh yeah, we can say what's
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the honors, Carmine?
Well, we're going to shoot in where
Since you're
Belladonna
shooting it?
Chapel is. It's in Adriatica, which is this.
Adriatica.
Ever been to Adriatica? It's up in McKinney.
I have.
And
I
it's
love
this
it.
little community that looks like, the
Europe.
Adriatic.
Cobblestone, like
Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah.
beautiful.
So
I love that
we
place.
haven't picked out the exact background because of
What a place
sun
to
and all of that, but we're definitely going to.
It's
Yeah.
so
Shoot
gorgeous. And we've
that.
got the mayor of McKinney,
Yeah.
George Fuller, is going to be on the cover with 5 other business owners in Adriatica.
Right.
Very
Oh,
cool.
that's
You go.
awesome. Good job.
go.
So
So proud of you.
So
So
Karen,
fun. So
Karen,
much
tell
fun.
us how you got into it. I mean, you just bought into this business. Did you find the kind of same need as the girls did? They just, saw this niche. They saw this, okay, we need to fill this void in the city of Dallas. I mean, what made you do this?
Well, I know a lot of houses are going up right now in Collin County, and I happen to live in Collin County, and so I've always liked being in interior decorating. And
Saw
so,
the business opportunity.
yeah, I just, I've been looking at decorating den for a few years now, and I just decided to go ahead and make the leap and go ahead and do it. Now's a good time as any.
Oh my gosh, Frisco is literally blowing up.
I
Like
love
when
living
you
there.
It's
like
been
asked
blown
about the age demographic,
Right.
for me in my practice, it's babies and like 2, 3. I mean, it's just so crazy.
Yeah, I'm
how
out.
many?
Yeah, don't drink the
babies.
water because you'll get pregnant.
everybody's pregnant.
all the time.
I see the
Everybody
moms
won't.
like in Target,
Yeah.
like across the street from me, and it's like they literally have like 4 kids with them. Like
Yeah.
everybody.
Seriously?
And it's
Wow.
So
seriously
family
everyone.
friendly.
3
You have our
kids
own
per
room.
family is
Yes.
the average. I'm like,
And I have heard that there are more children under the age of 5 in Frisco than there are in the entire Frisco ISD schools.
It's like the 60s again.
Yes.
It's like this.
It's like
our own little
Literally.
program.
But that's why I
Back
moved
when they
here.
spit
It's
out, I mean, like you
literally,
and your
like, blowing
brothers.
up.
It's like you and your brothers, right? You got 2, but what's the high and the low number? You got 2 brothers, 2 sisters back in the day.
Yeah.
Right?
So what do you mean? How old is he? And
No,
how-
I'm just saying that, I
Yeah.
mean, back in the
Yeah.
day,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
I've got 2, I've got 2 sisters. We're 3 years apart.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you used to spit them out 2, 3, 4s at a time.
Right.
That's-
Yeah.
That seems to be happening again.
Yeah.
Again, that's right. Because
Yeah.
for a while, people were cutting back. They were like,
Right.
I'm good with 1.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And now people are just like, kids everywhere.
So we're
Right.
going to be wrapping it up because we only have 3 minutes
Aw.
left. So
Aw, this was
I'm
so much
gonna-
fun.
I know.
So I want you guys to each go around and just say your website.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So ours is blushbarbeauty.com.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your names?
Oh, yeah. This is Nadia.
And this is Sarah.
We
That's
are
right.
Blush Bar Beauty.
And what's that? That's in Frisco, right? What's the address?
Yes,
on there?
Frisco. So we're at 9250 Dallas Parkway. And
Suite
we're Suite
100.
100, right
She
next
always
to
forgets that.
Blue Goose.
Mm-hmm.
And what else?
You
follow
can
us.
Follow us on
Yes.
Instagram
Oh,
at
yes,
Blush
follow
Bar
us all.
Beauty.
Yep.
I'm going to
Sounds
do
good.
it like right
Snapchat.
Yes.
Not
good.
the key,
Snapchat.
Seraph. Key.
Karen.
Karen Eves, it's Keves at decoratingden.com is my email, and it's keves.decoratingden.com. And right here in Frisco, Texas. So let me know if you need any holiday decorating.
Do you have a business work number that you put out?
My number is 972-208-1890.
Great.
And Carmine?
What? Me? Oh, yeah. Visual image photography. And we specialize in doing small and medium-sized businesses, and we do commercial photography and video productions. And that's so important. I mean, everything is, if most businesses don't realize how much video you actually need. And unfortunately, if you've got a great eye, and you don't have a big budget, a lot of people just do it themselves, and it looks okay, but you just got to be careful because, you can make it worse than it actually is. So anyway,
And
visual
so
image.
talented.
And that's www.viphotovideo.com.
And Dr. Laura Mitchell, my office is Frisco Mini Molars. We are located at 5110 El Dorado Parkway, Suite 600 in Frisco, right next to Market Street. My office phone number is 214-872-3434. Please bring your kids in. I would love to see them.
Yes.
So fun.
And Jennifer.
Oh, good. I'm next.
Yes. It's your show. It's your show.
Yes, I love this show. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, I love this show.
It is. I love this show.
It's totally my show.
Pat me on the back.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. First of all, I appreciate it. It's been so much fun. I think Carmine. So I know it's only show 3, but I think this is by far the most.
I was
fun
going to say,
we've
this
had.
has to be the best.
It's
It's the best.
We do say so ourselves.
I mean, I'm just going to say it.
We're kind of
Put it out
entertaining.
there. Yeah.
So much fun. And again, the website is sheehanadvertisingandmarketing.com or jennifersheehan.net to see the radio shows, to see everything that all of these women in here are part of the magazine, part of my social media. So you'll see it on there as well. And I just appreciate all of you. And I'm glad that all of you are in the magazine except you sisters,
We're
but you
gonna be
guys
in
are
there.
next.
We're next.
Absolutely.
Talk about putting us on the spot.
I know.
I know.
We're signing up today.
I'm scared of you. I'll sign whatever you want.
Just give me the
ex-army over here.
yeah. Don't kill me.
Have you guys? I'm shy.
Right.
But I just appreciate all of you. And you too, Carmine. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all the covers and so excited for this current cover, Top Doctors of the Best in Collin County magazine. Just so excited to have these amazing doctors on the cover and to have everybody in here. Like Dr. Mitchell's article is in here and Karen's ad is in here as well. And just, I really, really love to, someone asked me today, I think it was you, Sarah, what is the radio show all about? Same as the magazine. I'm all about promoting the local owned business owner in Collin County, promoting them and supporting them. And that doesn't always mean money. You know, sometimes that means just giving them free editorial, giving them a free radio show interview, because what comes around goes around. What you put out is what you get back. I believe in that. And I just always wanted to make all of this affordable for everybody and connect everybody. So thank you so much, ladies and Carmine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all
Thank
for
you. Love you.
listening.
Thank you. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Happy
having us.
birthday again, Jennifer.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you all for listening. Tune in every Friday, 1 to 2 on the Jennifer Sheehan Show. Thank you.